Hello, friends, and welcome back to Mobility Matters. I'm your host, Javier Betancourt, Executive Director of the Citizens Independent Transportation Trust, or CITT. We're the quasi-independent agency of Miami-Dade County charged with overseeing your half-penny sales tax for transportation. So we are actually broadcasting here today from CoMotion Miami. This is an annual conference that brings together innovation, technology, and transportation and mobility, which is really an exciting space in today's world with all the new technological advancements. So CoMotion brings together speakers from all over the country to talk about some of the innovative things they're doing in their own cities. And so I'm really happy today to have as one of my first guests, Benjamin Limmer. He's the CEO and Managing Director of MetroLINK, and that is a transit provider in the great state of Illinois. Benjamin, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is wonderful.
And I understand, Benjamin, that you're used to this format. You used to host or continue to host potentially a podcast of your own?
Yeah, so I have hosted a podcast in the past.
Cool.
It was called Along the Lines. It was
I love
based
that.
in New England. Yeah, so we would talk a lot about not only bus and mobility issues throughout the great Constitution state, but most importantly, rail service in and out of New York City. But super excited to be in South Florida, and thanks again for having me on your show.
No, of course. I hear it's a little cold again up north, right? This late into the year?
You never know. It can be cold in the morning and warm in the afternoon, and you go to bed, wake up, rinse and repeat. Same thing, Midwest.
Well, pretty predictable here. It's hot today. It'll be hot tomorrow. So
That's exactly.
enjoy the warmth.
Yeah.
Now, Ben, you're no stranger to Florida, right? I believe you used to work in Tampa. Tell us about that.
Yeah, not at all. I was the CEO of HART, which is in Hillsborough County, serving the city of Tampa and surrounding areas throughout the Hillsborough County. As you know, they have a bus system and a downtown streetcar as well.
Yeah.
So spent some time in Florida. I still have a kid who went to University of South Florida, so
Okay.
I still spend money in Florida.
Well, good. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So spend plenty here in Miami because a half penny of our sales tax goes to fund our transit improvements here. And I understand that you've had a lot of experience also with local option taxes and sales taxes in some of the places you've worked.
Yeah.
Including Tampa, right?
Yes, including Tampa. Yeah, so I started my career 25 years ago in Cleveland, Ohio. My job was to build their first bus rapid transit line. It's called the Health Line today.
Yeah, famous.
It's actually, I had no idea at the time just how innovative that project is and was. But yeah, it's still one of the nation's premier bus rapid transit corridors. And I had so much fun doing it. I thought to myself, I'm going to go somewhere where they have several projects on the books. So I moved to Phoenix after a regional sales tax was passed there in 2004. So I got to build out their light rail system, bus system, the supporting facilities.
Great system out there.
Yeah, and from there, leading voter-approved sales tax capital programs for transit, as well as day-to-day operations, was really a common thread throughout my career. Worked in Georgia, worked in Florida, as we talked about. I ran the bus system in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Another good one.
Yeah, well-traveled. But those voter-approved sales tax measures are absolutely critical to our future, but it's really my job to make sure that the money is spent on the specific projects that people are looking for, and as well as the time that they are looking for.
Absolutely. So tell us about your position at MetroLINK. So what is MetroLINK? What does it cover? And what kind of system are you operating there?
Yeah, so MetroLINK is based in Illinois. A lot of people ask me what part of Chicago. It's 2 hours west of Chicago. It's on the Illinois-Iowa border. It's a metropolitan area of about 500,000 people. So we serve Rock Island County. If you've seen the Blues Brothers, it's referenced to the Blues Brothers, yeah. But we do provide bus service, paratransit service. We have micro transit, service as well, which is really a flexible bus option. And then we have everyone's favorite, the Channel Cat water taxi service, which takes you back and forth across the mighty Mississippi River. So it's a multimodal agency. And then just late last year, end of last year, we did receive almost $1 billion to build or bring back rail service between the Quad Cities and Union Station in downtown Chicago. So at that point, we'll be rail as well.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun work and keeping you busy up there. But what brings you down here to CoMotion? I understand you're on a couple of panels. What will you be talking about?
Yeah, so CoMotion, this is my 4th year participating in CoMotion. This is really an opportunity for any professional that's in the mobility space or moving people space to see what the latest trends are, how we can better move people in our communities that we serve. And it also allows me an opportunity to think outside the box and not just talk about buses and trains only. So that's really why I come down here, to learn best practices and what is evolving in the field of mobility. So no better place to be than Miami for this. This is certainly one of the more innovative areas of the country when it comes to AI and autonomy. So those are the 2 topics that I'll be speaking on this afternoon.
Fantastic. And so you said you've been to Miami now a few times for this conference and perhaps other visits. Have you had a chance to try our system here? And I'm just curious if you have any thoughts on our transit system, things that you might have learned from either, best practices, or in some case, maybe the opposite, right?
Yeah, no, there are a couple of things that I think Miami-Dade does exceptionally well. I did work for several years at the transit agency in Atlanta, Georgia. Mm-hmm. And statistically, it's called MARTA.
Right.
Statistically, MARTA and Miami-Dade have a lot in common. So they're very, very close peer systems. And so I would look to Miami-Dade regularly for best practices. And yeah, there's a couple of things that I think Miami-Dade does well. First and foremost, I mean, the bus system is really the workhorse of the transit system here. It gets people where they need to go. And, Miami has done a lot of better bus initiatives to make the bus system better connect people to live their daily lives. And that's something that Miami has been a leader in, is really making sure that the bus system is designed not only to feed the rail system and the other types of transportation that you have here, but really how to operate a great bus system. So that's certainly one thing. The other thing is development around your transit investments station. So I think TODs, have done a bang-up job at TOD.
Finally. It took us some time to get there, but yes, it's really taken off.
It's an exceptionally challenging thing for transit agencies to do. I probably, being that the transit provider is part of city, county government helps. And so I do think that plays a lot into the successes that Miami-Dade has had, just from an outsider's perspective.
So MetroLINK, just to understand it, is a separate agency?
It's a separate transit agency, yeah.
Which has its own advantages, of course.
It does.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were extremely nimble. We can be innovative very quickly. We can launch. We can go from pilot to full-time project very, very quickly. So there are advantages to it. There's also advantages to being part of local government, especially when it comes from a budget perspective.
Yeah.
A lot of times political perspective. And then, you can share resources like, police comes to mind. That's certainly something that's advantageous to be part of a local government.
So what are you most excited about for the future?
Yeah, first and foremost, bringing back the rail line and the rail service to Chicago is incredibly exciting. Second of all, we were really one of the trailblazers when it came to electrification of our bus and water taxi fleet, especially for a smaller agency of our size. Really led the industry. Our first investment in battery electric bus service was 8 years ago. And so continuing those efforts is certainly exciting. We have a very robust customer experience investment program, everything from tapping to pay to real-time information, making sure that we are providing the most information possible to make the customer's ride comfortable and on time. But as far as the future is concerned, I mean, we would be kidding ourselves if we thought that buses and trains was going to be the end-all be-all of providing service in the future. So I'm excited to explore different technologies and more innovative ways to move people from point A to point B. Exciting. That could be autonomous.
Yeah.
Transit vehicles. The role of AI certainly comes to mind, but that it's the unknown aspect of, we know the future is coming. We know that the future is coming quickly. This is not 30 years from now.
It's happening.
Type thing. It's happening now.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things that drives me each and every day when I get up in the morning is, we are working to solve mobility problems 30 years from now today. That's something that I just enjoy thoroughly.
Yeah, we're really blessed to be in this profession at this time because of all the technological advances. So it's really an exciting time. But if you had a magic wand and you could accomplish one thing with that magic wand, what would it be?
Magic wand, huh?
Now let's stick to transportation.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I was going to say, I have a lot of thoughts about that one. The magic wand is to be the premier choice to move around my metropolitan area and the area that I serve,
right,
which does include the rail connection to Chicago. I'm in a region. It's by state. Although I'm based in Illinois, we do share a border with Iowa. In the metropolitan area that I serve as 14 cities, so a unification of the vision for the future of what mobility means is quite challenging to get
Sure.
unification around that vision. But if I could wave a magic wand, it's to be the premier way to get around in my metropolitan area. And that includes buses and trains and water taxis, yes, but also maybe non-motorized forms of transportation.
All the first, last mile.
First, last mile. And then whatever is in store for the future as far as innovative mobility types. I see my agency as the premier way to get around our metro area.
And I think you're going to accomplish that without that magic wand because you seem like the right person for the job, Ben. So lastly, if people want to learn more about your agency or yourself, where can they go?
Oh, yeah, please. I mean, I'm on LinkedIn, Benjamin Limmer. It's Limmer. So find me on LinkedIn. Send me a message. I do respond to messages on LinkedIn, so you can find me there. And to learn more about MetroLINK, you can go to qcmetrolink.com to learn about us. And if you're ever traveling through the Midwest, please stop by, visit. We have state-of-the-art downtown transit center, as well as an operations and maintenance center that's state-of-the-art LEED certified. So please stop by and say hello. But thanks for having me.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming all the way down from Illinois. to teach us, what you're all up to up there. And next time I'm in Illinois, I want to take that water taxi across the Great Mississippi. So
You should.
I'll be there. So folks, that's all the time we have here for this segment of Mobility Matters. Please join us. We have several guests lined up today here at CoMotion Miami. And we look forward to more conversations like this one. So stay tuned.